The views and opinions expressed in the DILLIGAF podcast are those of the host alone and are not intended to express those of any other person, business, or entity. The DILLIGAF podcast is for entertainment only. These are my opinions and should not be interpreted as facts or advice. Think for yourself.
Keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh, yeah. I think that we've all had enough.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the DILLIGAF podcast, talking about anything and everything that interests me. If it makes me think, laugh, cry, scream, rage, or say, what the fuck? You're going to hear about it. My name's Tom. I'm your host. I want to thank everybody for checking out the show on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, or wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure to follow, like, subscribe, share, rate, comment, all that kind of fun stuff. Really does help out the show. Make sure you're following on social media. It's at DILLIGAF_pod on all the socials. And if you ever want to shoot me an email, it's DILLIGAFpod@gmail.com. And you can find all that and much more on my Linktree, which is Linktree/DILLIGAF_pod, or scan the little QR code right there in the corner of your screen. So, today is Friday, May 23rd, and it is the first Freestyle Friday of Season 2, y'all. And, the reason I'm doing it this week specifically is because Saturday's my birthday, and I don't want to work. I don't want to do a podcast for Saturday. So here we are. It's Freestyle Friday. Oh man. So what y'all want to talk about? Yeah, I've been posting a lot of political type shit on my personal TikTok, getting some interesting feedback and reactions. So I'm hoping some of that traffic will make its way over here to the podcast side. But man, goddamn. Like I said, where to even fucking start? The US is still on the brink of another civil war because the person currently occupying the big White House on Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. is a raving goddamn lunatic who thinks he's a dictator or a king or something, when in reality is a fucking moron. I mean, my God, if y'all don't pay attention to the news, which I don't know how you can avoid it with all this shit going on, but if you can, hey, more power to you. But I mean, this dude is a lying, corrupt, ignorant, illiterate, diaper wearing, hypocritical moron who has no idea what his job is or what the limitations of his office are. I mean, he was asked point blank, as President of the United States, do you have to follow the Constitution? And his response is, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer. It's literally right in the oath of office: preserve, protect, defend the Constitution of the United States. You learn this in 6th grade civics class. But this is also a man who thinks Mattel is a country. He's talking about putting tariffs on them. I mean, he already tariffed, penguins, so might as well tariff fucking Barbie too. You can't make this shit up. He's literally the stupidest human being walking the planet. And I am convinced, 100% convinced, he is illiterate. I 100% believe he cannot read. Because if you've ever seen the videos of him signing all those executive orders that he loves so much, that keep getting shot down by the Supreme Court, that he keeps ignoring, that's a whole nother issue. But if you ever notice, somebody just hands him a folder, says, this one's for this, and he signs it. You never see him read a single fucking word. I'm telling you, he's illiterate. Listen to him speak. Listen to the limited ass vocabulary that this man has. Everything's big and huge and beautiful and wonderful. He has a vocabulary of a 6-year-old. The man is illiterate. There is no doubt in my mind. And anytime somebody says something bad about Anytime somebody says basically that they don't like him, he has them investigated or threatens to have them investigated by the FBI. That I'm going to have them looked into. And he just goes on personal attacks, never addresses the issues that the people are talking about when they're ripping him to shreds. He just gets pissed off when somebody doesn't like him. Our president is a petulant child. Bruce Springsteen spoke very eloquently about the state of this country in one of his concerts over in the UK. And the Orange Menace, as I like to call him, I refuse to call him by his name. You'll never hear me speak his name because that would be acknowledging him as a human being, which he is not. Sorry, not going to happen. But the Orange Menace just went on a personal attack and said that Springsteen not that talented and he's old and he's a prune. Trump's older than Springsteen. At least I think he is. Yeah, I looked that up. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Trump's pushing fucking 80. Come on. For him to call anybody old is just laughable. And then same thing with Taylor Swift, and now he's going to have them investigated because they contributed money to Kamala Harris, and anyone that doesn't like him or speaks against him gets threatened with some type of legal bullshit. I mean, the fucking was it the Attorney General? I think it was the Attorney General said if somebody calls him a clown, they're going to be arrested. He is a fucking clown. Look at how much makeup he wears. That alone qualifies him to be a clown. But my God, man. And like I said, completely ignores anything that the Supreme Court says, which is very problematic. That this is how dictatorships start. The the balance of powers, the checks and balances is going away. So I don't know. And then he's talking about, and he said this a few times, wants to get rid of Pride Month and make it Veterans Month. There's already a Veterans Month. It's November. Already exists. Has for a long time. I think that one started in 1999, or was it 96? One of those. Yeah, November is Veterans and Military Families Month. It's not just Veterans Day, which is November 11th. That's, when everybody gets a day off of work and stuff like that. But no, the whole month. It's an observance. It's official. It's Veterans and Military Families Month. And May, this month, is Military Appreciation Month for all of the military. It's not just Memorial Day, which is coming up this Monday when everybody gets a day off of work, but it's Military Appreciation Month, the whole month. You would think the president would be aware of this, but apparently not. He wants to get rid of Pride Month because he just hates anything that is different or that he doesn't understand. And it's fucking ridiculous. I swear to God, these fucking just any fucking conservatives, maggots, whatever you want to call them, drive me insane. And I've given this a fair amount of thought. I and people because people are so proud to be conservatives and they get so down on people for being liberal. Well, liberal is the reason that people have the right to vote who didn't have it when this country first was founded. Liberal is the reason that there aren't slaves anymore. Liberal is the reason that the country has evolved. But see, conservatives don't like that, especially maggots don't like that. I mean, I'm going to give you some synonyms for conservative. I know, big word, but for conservative, no change, no movement, never evolving, stationary, sedentary, stagnant, stuck in the past, close-minded, boring, cowardly. Let's not forget that because they're fucking terrified, absolutely terrified of anything that is new or different. There's no progress. They don't want anything to change. They don't want anything to evolve, get better. They don't want people who may not have it so good right now. They don't want them to ever have it any better. That's what conservative means. Means you want everything to just stay the status fucking quo. Fuck the status quo. Okay? It's bullshit. But I don't want to spend this whole time talking about this kind of shit. I guess I needed to vent a little bit, and hey, Freestyle Friday is the best place to do that, right? I can just talk about whatever. Oh, one more thing I gotta say. The former FBI director, James Comey, posted a picture of some seashells that like wrote out 8647, and the maggot cult lost their fucking mind because they're all saying 86 means to have him killed. No, it fucking doesn't. Unless you're in the mob, which a good majority of people are not. 86 is a restaurant term, has been for fuck ever. It means get rid of it. We're out of it. We have no more. Take it off the menu. Just chuck it. That's all it means. So, yeah, I'll say it too. 8647. Get his ass out of there. And then going back to talking about he wants to make June fucking Veterans Month when we already have one of those. I think the reason he wants to do it in June, though, is besides the fact he has no idea that November already is Veterans Month. He has no clue. Trust me, he does not know. But I'm pretty sure the reason he wants to do it in June is because it's his birthday. His birthday's on fucking Flag Day. On June 14th, I think it is. That's when he's having his big, huge North Korea style military parade. I can't say what I'm thinking when it comes to that parade because I'd end up getting myself in trouble. Because I think I talked about this in a prior episode. Free speech ain't absolute. You can't just say every single little thing that pops into your mind, especially if it involves other people. And I'll leave it at that. But yes, big North Korean style military parade on June 14th. And this is the world we live in, folks. Well, it's the world we live in if you're here in the United States. If you're outside the United States, can I please come and visit you? Please. Just take me in for the next 3.5 years. Then I'll come back. I don't know. Figure it's worth asking. But hey, you gotta try to laugh about it. Otherwise, you're just gonna fucking cry. But what else is going on? What's something little bit more upbeat that we can talk about for Freestyle Friday for a few minutes here? I'm not gonna make it a super long show because I'm just over here bullshitting a little bit. But yeah, I already talked about all the new Star Wars stuff that's coming out. When I did the Star Wars episode, Star Wars Starfighter is the new live action show that's going to be out. Darth Maul is getting his own animated show, which is fucking awesome. I want to see what happens to Maul between the end of Rebels and or the end of the Clone Wars and Rebels. Because of course we saw in Rebels that's where Maul died at the hands of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So very, very excited and curious for that show. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. But yeah, like I said, tomorrow, Saturday is my birthday. I'm turning 48, y'all. Yeah, 48 years old. I'm getting close to that half century mark, and it's scaring the shit out of me. But I gotta say, I think I make 48 look pretty good, if I do say so myself. Of course, the ones who see this on TikTok are probably gonna talk shit like they always do, because TikTok's full of nothing but trolls. Actually, I shouldn't say that because there are some cool people on TikTok. I do get some cool interactions and some good responses to stuff that I post. Like I said, I really hope some of them make their way over here to the podcast page. I just put a post up on there on my personal page letting people know that I have a podcast. Yeah, probably should have done that like a year ago. I'm late to the party sometimes, y'all. But yeah, tomorrow turning 48. Probably gonna go do some karaoke, order up my favorite pizza, and just have a fun ass birthday. That's still allowed. That's still allowed when you're a grown up. You can still have fun on your fucking birthday. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean you stop having fun. I think a lot of people forget that. Like a lot of people they get to the adult stage of life, especially in their like 40s and 50s. I don't know. I guess that's where that midlife crisis thing happens. And hey, maybe I'll go run out and buy a Corvette. No, I'm not there yet. But it's like they forget how to have fun. You see so many people that are just constantly in a bad mood when they get to like that point in life or later. It's like, figure out what you enjoy and go do it. Like this. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking to you guys, whoever listens. I love podcasting. So that's why I'm doing this. I mean, my birthday weekend has already started. I'm off from my regular job tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going out, gonna hit the karaoke bar on Saturday. That should be a fucking sight, and I'm sure my son will probably take some blackmail footage, and it may end up on TikTok. Who knows? So, but yeah. So that's what I got going on. Been talking a lot of political shit lately, just to not even to like join in on the taking a side or anything like that. Just putting my thoughts out there. Same reason I do the show. I'm just putting my fucking thoughts out there. But seeing some people's reaction to it is very interesting. I mean, that is one thing that TikTok is great for is people watching. Cause man, there's some interesting fucking people in the world. But what else is going on? Oh, the plane that the Orange Menace got from the terrorist nation. That doesn't that fall under the bribe provision in the Constitution for impeachable offenses? I mean, bribery is explicitly listed in there. I would think a $400 million plane qualifies. Just my opinion, but it is what it is. I'm see. I'm always of the opinion everything will balance itself out in time. That's how I try to look at life. That's how I try to live my life. When fucked up shit happens, it'll eventually balance out. And I'm not calling it karma or the universe or any spiritual stuff like that. I'm not into that stuff. I'm all about balance. I've done a whole show about balance. The season finale of season one of the show was all about balance. That's that's what I believe in. I firmly believe the world, society, humanity will balance itself out. I don't know when. I hope it's soon, but who knows? The state that we're in right now though is not good. It's definitely not balanced in any way, shape, or form. It is decidedly unbalanced. And that's usually when shit gets real interesting. So, but yeah, we basically have no allies left. Everybody hates us, and the United States is the laughing stock of the world. So yeah, that's where we're at. But hey. like I said, it'll balance itself out. You gotta kind of step back from that stuff every now and then, and just remember there is still good stuff in this world. There is stuff to enjoy. For me, that's my family hanging out with my kid. I get to do that tomorrow and or tonight and tomorrow, Friday and Saturday for my birthday. So that's definitely a plus for me. And yeah, so I think that's probably about it. I think that's all I have to rant about today. But we'll definitely be back next week with a complete show, with an actual topic, with something to talk about. But for right now, I think I'm going to sign off and get my weekend started. So, again, thank you to everybody for checking out the show on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, or wherever you get your podcasts. I hope some of you came over from my personal TikTok to check the show out. Like I said, this is a Freestyle Friday. I just kind of shoot from the hip, whatever's on my mind in the moment. Most weeks I do have an actual topic, though. I just throw these Freestyle Fridays in just to give a break from the to break up the monotony, I guess you could say, or whatever. But I don't know. It's fun to just talk shit for a little while. But again, thank you to everybody for checking out the show. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, share, rate, comment, all that kind of fun stuff. Really does help out the show. Make sure you're following on all the socials. It's at DILLIGAF_pod. And if you ever want to shoot me an email, it's dilligafpod@gmail.com. And you can find all that on my Linktree, which is linktree/dilligaf_pod, or scan the QR code right there in the corner of the screen. You'll find all the links to all the podcast platforms and YouTube and all the socials and all that kind of fun stuff. So check it out. But for right now, I'm going to sign off. Thank you again to everybody for spending a little while with me on my birthday weekend. Hope everybody has a great holiday weekend. Don't drink too much. Don't party too hard. Now, you know what? Fuck it. Drink and party all you want. Who the hell am I to tell you otherwise? So with that, I'm going to sign off. And as always, if anyone has any issues with anything that I have said here today, ask yourself one question. Do I look like I give a fuck?
'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.